Do you wish you had more Pokécoins? Do you often find yourself frustrated by not having enough Stardust? If so, then this tutorial is for you. I'm Professor Cunningham, and this is Pokétutorials. A few videos ago, I gave a tutorial on how to quickly level up a gym. However, when a solo player puts up a gym, they can expect it to come down pretty quickly. Because of this, many people out there are content with getting a measly 10 coins and 500 Stardust per day by taking over a single gym and immediately cashing out. Don't let this happen to you. This tutorial will help you learn how to organize and participate in coordinated gym building events that could, under the right circumstances, lead you to a steady income of coins and dust. This video will be split into two parts. The first part will be a tutorial on how to organize and execute what I've been calling a gym raid. The second part, which I will release in a future video, will be an actual example of me running such a raid. Now the first thing you'll need is a group of people who are on your team. I recommend that the group have at least 5 people in it, but 10 is the perfect number. It might seem difficult at first to organize such a group, but it's easier than you think. If you're in school, you could make a Pokemon Go club and meet people that way. I'm not talking about elementary school students here either. Even at the university level, you'd be surprised by how popular such a club could be. Of course, the easiest way to connect with people is on Facebook. Just type in your team to the search bar, then click Groups to find the closest groups near you. If you don't see one, make one. Facebook is also useful for organizing the event itself. I recommend posting a picture of the route on the event page so that people who can't get there right on time can find you. If you're looking to hold multiple gyms at once, then finding the right route is a key step. This rather ambitious route would have taken us to 10 gyms with a total walking distance of just over 2.5 miles. When looking for a route, there are some things to consider. First, you want to look for suburban areas or other spots away from population centers. The less foot traffic there is in an area, the longer the gyms you build are likely to last. On the flip side, you want to make the most of your time, so look for a place that has a lot of gyms in a fairly small area. Finally, you need to make sure your route is safe for everyone involved. Are there sidewalks? Is there danger of unwanted company? If you're going at night, will there be sufficient lighting? Will you need a route that's wheelchair accessible? Better to think about this stuff ahead of time than to be hit with a problem in the middle of your event. Being prepared is essential if you want to take several gyms in one event. The first items to stock up on are potions and revives. Training a gym to level 10 takes a lot of potions, far more than you'd think, unless you're using very specific techniques that I won't be covering in this video. If you're walking more than a mile or so, especially if it's hot, make sure to bring comfortable shoes and water. Though it isn't absolutely necessary to determine ahead of time the type of training Pokemon you want to use, it does make for a much smoother event. More on this in a moment. Finally, I feel it's important to show your team pride by wearing your team colors. However, be judicious. Some people take this game far too seriously, and it would be unfortunate if a group from another team ended your event early by threatening or harassing you. Beyond that, there are areas where a group of people wearing red or blue are just asking for trouble. Exercise good judgment, and as I always say, be careful out there. When you walk up to a gym, there are really only 2 possibilities. Either your team already owns it, or another team does. If the gym belongs to your opponents, you'll have to take it out before you can build it up. Exactly how you go about this is up to you, but I recommend confirming that all members of the team are engaged in the battle before anyone lands the killing blow on the first defender. I also recommend keeping one player on standby to put the training Pokemon into the gym the moment it comes down. It's only a minor annoyance when another team swipes the gym out from under you, but it's easy enough to avoid. Now that you've taken over the gym, the first Pokemon you should put in is the one you'll be using to grind prestige. The exact type and combat power of this trainer Pokemon isn't really that important as long as it's small enough that it'll stay on the very bottom of the gym. If the gym you're looking to build up is already owned by your team, you'll need to decide whether the lowest CP Pokemon could work as a trainer Pokemon. If it can, great. If not, you'll have to build up the gym to the next level so you can install a proper trainer. Each player in the group should select a Pokemon that's lower combat power than the trainer Pokemon. The fastest way to gain prestige is to attack the gym, defeat the trainer Pokemon, then run away, heal up, and do it again. If you feel you need a refresher on how to build prestige efficiently, you can check out my earlier video on gym building for some good tips. As the gym levels up, make sure players are putting their defenders in immediately. If you're too slow, a passing member of your team might just fill the slot before you can. Worse, this team member could place a Pokemon that's lower combat power than your trainer, which could cause your progress to come to a screeching halt. Finally, if you want your gym to last, you'll want to make sure it has a variety of types. You definitely do not want a gym with too many of the same Pokemon, or it will be easy to counter. Unless that Pokemon is Snorlax. Snorlax is OP. If you want to get yourself a steady stream of coins and dust, you'll need to work to maintain the gyms you've built. Once your gyms are up, there's no way to effectively stop them from being taken, no matter how powerful your defenders are. However, most people get bored quickly. They'll fight a few times, maybe take down the lowest Pokemon or two, and then move on. If you and your group check in regularly and take the time to repair any damage done by other teams, you might just find your gyms could stand for days or even weeks at a time, generating a lot of income for you and your friends. Besides, until you gather together a group of people for the purpose of dominating an area, you'll never know just how fun it can be. Have fun and be careful out there.